This week on the show, we're discussing your unpopular gaming opinions, a tease of the PlayStation 6, Battlefield 6, and Sandfall Interactive's next game. I'm your host, Ewan, and today I'm joined by my fellow gamers and co-hosts, Brody.
No, hello and welcome. Are we done with
No,
that?
Neither of you guys were here last week. This is the new normal.
I was waiting. I'm like on my phone waiting for it to actually start, and I'm all confused.
Oh my gosh, we really lose Brody to a slow internet connection as well? I think you're back, Brody. We'll persist. We're also joined today by Shannon.
Hello.
And last but not least, James.
Hello.
This is Press Start Australia's weekly video game discussion podcast, the Press Start podcast. Let's get the show on the road. All right, first topic I have to discuss today is an unpopular gaming opinion. This one comes courtesy of Jake Robertson. Don't forget to submit your own either in the YouTube comments or just hounding us on social media, whatever works. But Jake Robertson writes, I find that the AAA companies are making these great games that just don't interest me. I find that games are becoming a more selective purchase for me as time goes on. Now there's maybe 1 or 2 games every 2 years that I'm interested in purchasing. James, maybe first to you. You look already deep in thought. Do you think the quality of games are like improving, but you're somehow getting less interested in them? I think that's what I'm kind of gleaming from this unpopular opinion.
I don't understand this, and I think I need more context. Like, what are you playing? I want to know what are the 2 games, you know?
Yeah.
I do.
Is it like an acknowledgement that, okay, I appreciate the games are getting better, like developers are doing more with them, but they're just not appealing to me in the same way?
I think maybe in this pursuit of making these games that appeal to everyone, they're not necessarily appealing to anyone, right? Like I mean, that's not exactly true, but you know what I mean. Like, every game has like a crafting system. There's just like a lot of homogeneity in games now. I think, especially big AAA games, they all have very similar systems and share a lot. But I mean, there's just such a wide breadth of experiences now that I don't know. Like, are you not? I just think you need to look a bit further. Like, spread your wings a bit. Like, you know what I mean?
What was that accent?
Did I change my accent?
I feel like he just morphed into someone.
Did I? I feel like I've just been talking. Like, maybe I have something in my...
Spread your wings.
Oh, did I? Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman or something. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
Sean Connery.
Someone needs to cut that out and send it to me. So I don't... But yeah,
it didn't strike me as odd.
Thank you. Ewan.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree
with
somewhat, but maybe I'm. I don't know. This year's been a weird one for me. But admittedly, this is also my job, and it's been my job for a long time, and it's never been more of a job. So maybe it is that, but I just have found this year not a lot. Like, I've been excited for stuff, and then when it's come to playing it, I just haven't even wanted to dive in. It's been a weird year, I think.
I think it's easier to kind of like fall in and out of love of gaming, right? Like, certainly as your life gets busier and adult responsibilities start to compete for time you may otherwise spend gaming, like, it gets a little bit harder to kind of justify the time perhaps, and you need something special to cut through and convince you to dive back in.
Yeah.
I sense James about to dive in.
I think when you look at AAA stuff this year, there hasn't been a lot of newness, to be honest, especially from like the big 3. Like, apart from Donkey Kong, I can't really think of anything else that's like groundbreaking, literally.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree. I think, I mean, it's hard to comment too, because obviously our purchasing habits of video games are probably quite different to like the average consumer too.
I think we're more likely to sample different things than others might as well, right?
Having structure to what I have to play, like what I'm playing right now, I probably wouldn't have touched in the next 2 months.
But I'd whip you if you don't play them.
Because it's my job,
you're forced.
kind of. So, yeah, well, I was trying to put it eloquently, but Shannon...
No shame.
Talk the real talk.
The results are there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I think by the same merit, there are so many games that I would never have tried that kind of get slung across the desk to me, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a go.
The dregs.
Yeah, and then I'll
Funko
enjoy
Fusion.
it. Yeah, like, and I do QA for them apparently as well. But like, I Yeah, I don't know. I think play more. Like I saw the other day. There's a battle royale game where you die if you make a mistake fast typing like a sentence. Like that's an incredible idea.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much cool shit out there now.
To that point,
Yeah.
I do think like the indie space is really the only area where innovation comes through now, though. Like I think to the point that maybe AAA development is stagnant, but I think that has been the case for a while. Like I can't remember the last AAA game that really maybe cut through and did something unique or different. Maybe like Tears of the Kingdom or something like that. But
even then, like
even then, it's still derived from something. So I mean, yeah, like I agree with this take to a point, and I do think like indies are still the only ones at the moment like really pushing it forward, and maybe that's because they don't have, parent companies to answer to, and that are chasing the live service dollar and all that sort of stuff. So like I don't think that's a bad take at all.
Yeah, I think for me as well, what kind of like this, I guess the element of this that resonated with me as well is like there's kind of a bit of decision paralysis involved as well. I stray a little bit from the point that he's making, but there does feel like so many games to play, particularly this year. Like as a good example, right? There's just so many games coming out that we're awarding an 8, 9, a 10. They're kind of getting universal acclaim, and it's hard to kind of know what to dive into and play and kind of still like lean on your interests and maybe kind of play what your mates are playing as well. Like that's where I kind of come a little undone. I think there's kind of like a decision paralysis sort of involved. And yeah, to your point, Brody, as well, like there's some really cool games coming out in the indie space or from lesser known studios or don't have this AAA sort of backing. There's kind of like sleeper Steam hits that like I was late to get to Peak. I only played that for the first time a couple of weeks ago. And I think that's a fantastic game.
What's this
and
bonk
one that,
game everyone's talking about? Mega Bonk, whatever it is.
Yeah. Or like we could put like Lethal Company into that that category as well. Like there's a few things like that I just it's kind of harder to know what to invest your time in, I guess. But yeah, I don't think it's for a lack of like good games or a lack of games that speak to me. It's quite the opposite. There's just too many. So yeah, maybe we're not all in agreement with Jake Robertson. So he's delivered an unpopular gaming opinion there. But if you've got one on your own, make sure you comment it on the video here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll get to it. First bit of news for the day, though, that I'm eager to discuss with you all. Mark Cerny has been teasing the PlayStation 6. He was the lead architect on the PlayStation 5 and recently appeared in a video with AMD talking about some of the technology they've been working in partnership with one another. The technology is part of a collaboration called Project Amethyst and includes breakthroughs, they claim, like neural arrays for AI upscaling, radiance cores for improved ray tracing, and universal compression to address memory bottlenecks, if that makes much sense to you, Shannon. I hope it does, because I'm about to come to you. Although the tech is still in its kind of early phase, Sony made a comment suggesting that it could be coming to a new console in a few years, hinting, I guess, kind of loosely at a possible kind of 2028 date, as has been kind of talked about online. Shannon, first to you, based on your kind of interpretation, I guess, of this news and the description of this technology, what do you think this is likely to mean for the next generation of video games?
I'll be honest, I haven't looked too much into this yet because I feel like it was all happening late last week when we were PAXing. I think the next consoles, as we've spoken about before, are going to be more PC-like than ever. And I think that PlayStation and AMD have been working together really closely, like with the PS5 Pro stuff. Like AMD is now using like the PlayStation tech in PC GPUs, right? Like it's across the board. So I think whilst I haven't looked too much into what all of this is just yet, I think it's definitely... AMD have been making huge strides like against NVIDIA, like in terms of value for money and just raw performance. And I think if you add the AI advancements that NVIDIA have made on the AMD side, which I think this is, then we will just have a really solid PS6 console experience that will also come across to the handheld as well to create this unified experience between like PC, Xbox, PS6, and the new handhelds as well. So I think it's just, the advancements are huge, and I think that it's great that they're working together on this tech that will go across the board.
Yeah, to me, it kind of like it reads of them trying to kind of get the most out of the technology that's available more or less today, I suppose, or like with a bit more like efficiency in mind. I think there's a lot of speculation that like consoles in future are going to be entering a realm of diminishing returns, that the sort of big graphical leaps are going to be kind of fewer and farther between going forward. Like we might not sort of have something like the jump to HD sort of graphics again for a wee while. It's going to be kind of improved lighting and better physics and maybe getting slightly higher frame rates and stuff like that. Like that's kind of as major a revolution it's going to be. There was a lot of talk about ray tracing, but I don't feel like that's really been as much of a game changer as graphics card manufacturers would have you believe.
The raw performance of this, like if you look at NVIDIA's graphics cards, which are the most successful and most popular and the most talked about, like the raw performance hasn't really changed much over specifically the last generation, from like 4,000 to 5,000. Like it is this like AI technology that only gets better as people are playing games and using this tech, and the model is learning at a faster rate than ever before, right? So I think the cool thing, well, not the cool thing, but I guess the good thing about console is for the end user is you're not really like benchmarking in the same way that you're playing PC games or benchmarking PC GPUs, right? So like you're not going to know really what's raw performance and what's AI upscaling and what all these AI tensor cores are doing. So again, I think it's just really cool that PlayStation and AMD are working together. And I feel like Mark Cerny is a very, very smart man, smarter than anyone else.
I don't know what half
and he's got the voice to back it up as well.
He does just have like the air of intelligence around him, doesn't he? That's fair to say. I agree. I think it's cool that they've got this partnership going. Like NVIDIA work very closely with game developers and kind of like look to build their sort of tech into it. But the fact that this is kind of surrounding a platform, I think is very, very cool.
I will say it is very scary that this is like 2 to 3 years away tops. Like that just freaks me out. That we're talking about this already in a way that's like not just a crazy rumor based on like timelines. Like this is very much like happening and going into production and like final versions.
It's been 5 years since the PS5 came out, right? Like it's we're already a fair way into this console generation. Brody, are you ready for a new PlayStation? Are you ready for another generation?
Look, I will partake as I generally do, but whether, to your point, I think the changes and the leaps are going to be so like granular and probably meaningless to such a majority of people. Like the average gamer, I don't think cares about frames and doesn't care about global illumination and things like that. So
and honestly, the next generation, it might be we've got more radiance cores now, and I feel like that's just going to sail over most people's heads.
And like and obviously, with all these technical leaps, it comes at a probably decent cost. So, I mean, like these machines will probably still be quite expensive. So, I don't know.
I think my hope, again, like without being a technical wizard like these people are, like my hope is that this means that they can kind of find improvements in games and graphics without like charging an obscene amount more. James is shaking my head. He remains doubtful, I think.
No,
what was Shannon doing?
Shannon just decided to open up reels mid combo. like
no, just continue.
That's a big cup.
James, what's your take on all of this? Are you ready for another generation of console? And do any of these technological advancements or AMD's partnership with PlayStation do much for you?
I just don't care. Like, I just want more game. I feel like
I've got a better question for James.
Now Shannon wants to participate in the conversation.
That we're not talking about here, but there's been lots of rumblings in the last 24 hours that Xbox are taking their consoles off shelves, like globally, in like a lot of different stores. Like, what do you think that means? Jumsy.
I don't know. I don't really know how
is the console dream over?
I don't know. I don't know. To get back to the other question,
their booth at PAX was interesting. Like, I know their marketing has been all like, "This is an Xbox, this is an Xbox," but it was like
it changes every week, doesn't it?
Front and center, like at their booth, and it does just feel like they're moving further and further away from like. At the same time, they had the ROG allies there, so
a lot of PCs, a lot of cloud gaming.
I just think this dovetails quite nicely with what we were talking about before, where people are saying these big AAA games aren't really resonating with them as much. And that's because, like, all we're chasing, well, not we, but they're chasing is better visuals. And I don't want to sound this way about, say, like Sony as an example, but like I feel like every sequel to their incredible games, like Horizon, Ghost, not so much Ghost for me, but like Ghost and God of War, all of those sequels are just not hitting the same way as those first games do. That I mean,
those games.
Not the point or the argument that I'm talking about. Yeah, like I could dump a fucking truckload of rubbish and be like, at least there's objects here, Shannon.
Not rubbish.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
dead.
Obviously, that's a like ridiculous. But like, you said a stupid thing. I gave you a stupid answer.
You came down to my level.
But-
Let's go toe to toe.
To all the other people who are actually in this conversation right now, do you two agree? Like, do you know what I'm saying? I feel like this chase to just have better graphics all the time is like exhausting. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, it makes your games take longer to make, and it doesn't result in. I don't even want innovation.
But
at this
also,
point. I just want like more cool
where's
experiences.
the evidence? Like,
For what?
I mean, where's the evidence that people like go out and buy games based on how they look?
I mean,
Like-
I feel like that's it's the first thing you see, right? So it's definitely there's a point there, right? Like, and I feel like
it attracts the eye, but I don't think it translates to sales. Like, at the end of the day, it's people kind of inform their opinion based on what their favorite Twitch streamer like is enjoying playing, or like based on the reviews that it gets. Like, it's kind of, or like, you know, demo they played, that kind of thing. Like, it's more about how it translates to moment gameplay and the gameplay loop and the design of the game as opposed to its look. Like, otherwise Fortnite would not be the most successful game in the world right now.
no,
like,
I agree.
That is
Like Minecraft, Fortnite,
Minecraft, 100% Minecraft.
all the Nintendo Switch games that have sold ridiculous amounts of money. Like,
Yeah. People endlessly complain about the way the Pokemon games look and run on the Switch, right? But they sell
they're like
millions
the worst
every year.
looking games in gaming. And yet, and they get shut out every year, and still, I don't know.
We're never going back now, though. Like, that's just, it's done. So,
But like, just
get
like
on
we can
board
just
or get
stop.
off.
We can just like stop here and be like, cool. Like, let's just like make some cool shit, or like use this tech to kind of create the same. I don't know.
I think my challenge. Sorry, Brody, go.
No, I was just going to say, just to double back to Shannon's incendiary claims about Xbox pulling consoles out of thing.
It's fact, baby.
No,
It's
I
fact.
think the original rumor was that Target and Walmart were going to discontinue selling them.
Yeah,
but
probably because no one's buying them.
But Xbox have put out a statement saying that Target and Walmart remain committed partners for Xbox consoles, accessories, and games going forward.
I'm sure from Xbox's perspective,
Let's
they
go over
are.
and have a
but
look, shall we?
Target's rethinking it.
It's really interesting to me that Shannon wasn't all over the PS6 potential news, but he's all over whether Walmart and Target in America are
'cause
selling Xboxes.
One is happening right now in stores, and
isn't
one
that
is 3 years
interesting
away.
to everybody?
Like, let's.
Shannon's looking at his
Don't
phone
you
like he's
don't you have
receiving
a show called
reels
Tech
of
Time
them.
with Shannon, though? Shouldn't you be at the cutting edge of these things?
Well, I wasn't told, so I wasn't prepared for it.
It's
to
not
be
even
I
thrown
cutting
sent out
to-
the show notes 2 hours ago. You had so much time.
I'm busy.
Oh, a glimpse behind the
Yeah,
curtain
very
now,
busy.
at the turmoil.
You had all
Whilst
day
you
to
were-
chat to me. I was sitting next to you.
Yeah, I prepared these notes after you'd left, I think. The other point I was going to make on this is that I just feel like we're still seeing gains within this generation about like the graphics and the performance of the games. Like, I'm playing Battlefield 6 at the moment, which I'm loving, and that game looks fantastic and it runs great. And I'm amazed at like the amount of animation and physics and stuff all happening on screen at any given time that I'm like, I reckon there's still gains to be made in like this generation with this technology that we have. So I'm not particularly hankering for an upgrade as of yet. And particularly like, I don't know if I'd want to be parting with the cash right now as well. Like, I feel like we're still very much in the throes of just everything being quite pricey, and
Tariffs.
that's not likely to get tariffs. Yeah, exactly.
For
I don't think that's
me-
likely to improve in
I think
3-4
we just
years
need-
time.
For me, as I was.
Oh my god.
Wow.
No,
What the
I was going to
fuck,
say, I
man?
think for me, it's the handheld, and like having that ecosystem finally between like a
True.
PlayStation handheld and a console is probably what excites me, because everyone else is having it at this point.
I mean, that's true. Like, there was that rumor, right, that there was going to be sort of a hybrid skew of the console, in addition
which
to
I
like
believe,
a
I
standalone one.
think.
Yeah,
It's it feels like the right time in 2028.
this
Just
sort
from
of
what we
this
know.
technology that they're describing could do a lot for like a lower spec CPU, right, in a handheld that doesn't require as intense a cooling situation or power
and
supply, that
again,
kind of thing.
None of us are mega technical, so like we don't know that a lot of this AI stuff like will to actually help development in terms of like just make it easier in terms of polishing and like core grunt work and stuff.
And the AI upscaling would allow a handheld device to like render it at a lower resolution and then have it upscaled to fit the screen, right? Like that's kind of, which for handheld would be good. Did we ever get it confirmed that there's like some sort of DLSS technology in the Switch too? Did Nintendo? Yeah, Nintendo came out and confirmed that,
Cyberpunk
right?
and other games use
Of
it.
course. Yeah, I'm forgetting that. Well, I mentioned Battlefield 6. I did want to give it a quick shout out on the podcast.
How are you liking
kind of taken the world by storm. I'm loving it. It's really good. I haven't gone back anymore to the campaign. I mentioned a little bit on the episode of PAX, which truthfully I'm not sure we're going to be able to release. I think the audio was a bit sort of sketchy, but shout out again to SteelSeries and Aftershock for having us at PAX on the Friday to do the podcast live. I'll mention it again when we come to What the Wiki, but James, Brody, and Shannon, you all came away with What the Wiki points where I missed out. Anyhow, there I talked about Battlefield 6. I'd played the campaign a little bit, which hasn't been all that well received. I have only kind of played like the first 3 or 4 sort of missions, and truthfully was really enjoying it. But I think it kind of just stagnates a little bit from there based on what else I've played, but based on what else I've heard. But I've been sinking a ton of time into the multiplayer and really impressed with that. Like I think the changes they've made with the class system, allowing you to kind of have specialist weapons that align with each class, but otherwise pick what you like, opens up some kind of fun modes. Otherwise, the kind of OG players can kind of go back and choose game modes that have it locked and is a bit more sort of classical. And I think the new maps they've introduced are amazing. The game, I feel like, has done a kind of better job of like balancing the sort of inventory play with the vehicles as well. Like I feel like I've had issues in the past where I've just had helicopters kind of raining on my parade, but maybe that's just the map design or people still kind of getting to grips with the aerial combat in the game, but that's felt a bit more balanced as well. But I really can't fault it at the moment. Battlefield's back. I'm very, very excited. I think I'm going to be hard pressed to convince any of you to play it though, right? None of you jumping in for any Battlefield multiplayer?
Yeah, look, I mean, no, probably not. If I was ever going to play like a military first-person shooter again, it would maybe be this. I think there's just something about this, like, I don't know. I don't want to say like mature. It just seems a bit more like smarter in the way that it's put together compared to say Nicki Minaj in COD, but or like Doja Cat in Fortnite. Although I love Doja Cat.
It's for the intellectual first-person shooter.
Yeah, like I don't want to like be like that. But yeah, I think I was going to play something. It'd be this or Arc Raiders, but you know,
out soon too.
Yeah, apparently, maybe, hopefully for my fantasy critic. But yeah, What is the campaign? Anything different? Like I know with COD they try and do different things each time, but is there something different here or not?
Not really. In the setup, I thought it was going to be kind of like leaning into this squad and kind of building out these sort of characters. And I was like, oh, maybe it's kind of doing a bit of a Bad Company thing here where you kind of get to know the characters in your squad quite well and they'll have sort of kind of distinct personalities. But I don't think that's really quite manifesting in the way that I hoped it was. I really should just kind of like sit down for a couple of hours and power through the rest of it because I don't think it's an awfully long campaign either. But yeah, I don't think Battlefield 1 had those kind of great, like kind of one-shot stories
vignettes.
In the vignettes. That's the word I was looking for. I reckon that's kind of the best we've had, like a Battlefield campaign. I really like the Battlefield Bad Company campaign. But alas, this doesn't do either of those. Like it's kind of just in the middle and a kind of modern warfare sort of story or like near future war story that we've heard a million times at this point. That I'm a bit take or leave. I'm kind of grateful that it's there. But yeah, really, this multiplayer is like where the game is shining. The other thing I wanted to call out too, like I think the changes they've made to like the kind of squad mechanics like work really well too. I love, and it's granted this has been introduced in subsequent Battlefields, but the fact that anyone can revive and there's like the drag mechanic as you're reviving someone now, it just helps create these kind of insane moments where like you're dragging a teammate to cover whilst under sniper fire and someone else trying to cover you as a helicopter's like raining in overhead, that kind of thing. Like these quote unquote only in Battlefield moments that the marketing will tell you, but I do really feel like they're kind of shining here and creating quite like intense gameplay beats that you kind of like talk about with your mates afterwards and reminisce over or clip out. Quick shout out to the Portal mode as well. I'm seeing people like recreating Call of Duty maps with the early access that they have to Portal. So I can't wait till that like fully comes out and we see the sort of insane modes and maps that people start building in there. That'll be a lot of fun. Anyhow, that's probably enough Battlefield for the time being. Let's talk about what's next from Sandfall Interactive, the studio behind the successful turn-based RPG Clair Obscur Expedition 33 from earlier this year. They've announced that their next game may not follow the same formula. The creative director stated that the studio doesn't want to be constrained by its past success and is prioritizing a new project that, quote, feels authentic. The studio is soon to release a new update for Clair Obscur that will add new environments, enemy encounters, and boss battles. So it's good to see that Clair Obscur is getting some additional content. Brody, did you play much Clair Obscur? Are you surprised that they're maybe deviating in the next game?
Yeah, look, I didn't play as much as I probably would like to have. I've finished the first act, so I've probably only played a handful of hours.
You and I both need to go back to it and polish it off.
It's on the list to go back to ahead of Game of the Year for sure. Yeah, look, I mean, I guess it would have been an easy and a safe decision to go back and, try and recapture that lightning in a bottle and do that all over again. But I don't know, I kind of like that they're backing themselves in to try something different and I guess maybe put another different spin on another genre. Because, I mean, obviously, while not entirely unique, like I feel like what Clair Obscur did sort of made RPGs a bit more palatable for certain people. So, yeah, look, I'd like to see their take on something else as long as they feel like they've got the chops to do so. Why not?
What about yourself, James? Are you a little disappointed to hear this?
No, do whatever you want. But I mean, I don't really want more. I feel like Clair Obscur was good, and there's definitely places they can take the story. If you've finished it, you'll know. If you know, you know. But I think at the same time, if they want to do something else, 100%. I think what worked for them here was it was a genre that they loved and that they were all kind of, a bit, what's the word? I don't know. I don't want to say disenfranchised, but they wanted to make something like they remember playing when they were kids, right? So I'm keen to see what they will do. I think they have like an awful name, by the way. Like I think Sandfall is the most boring. Don't you think it's such a boring?
Why did I think that was like the Dune developer? Is it just because of sand?
Because sand? Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
They should rebrand to Waterfall next and do a Wind Waker sequel, like Wind Waker, like if they want. But yeah, I think it's cool that they're not just going to do the same shit over and over again. Like I was just complaining about this X minutes ago when I was attacked by Shannon. So I'm excited to see them do something new because I think they're a very talented team, and now they'll have more money, assumedly. So that's also always
better
good.
Visuals.
Already it looks so amazing.
Are they going to do like the same type of game? This is the guy that made that RPG comment.
That's the point of the literal whole story.
But just listen to everyone.
No, there was a point. I can't remember the point he made that we discussed for ages about the RPG.
Do you want the quote exactly?
Something.
I can get you the quote exactly.
You're talking about from like a handful of episodes when you weren't listening.
Ago, when he was, yeah.
I don't know about a few months ago.
Don't worry about it. Move on.
Yeah, I think it's curious. Like, it's not clear if he's talking about like another game set within like the same world as Clair Obscur. But I actually quite like the idea of like sticking with the same IP but doing like a different style of game, tactics, falling into a different genre. Yeah, like that.
Halo Wars.
That could be quite cool.
3 genre shifts. They could do other games like with different genres in the world of Clair Obscur. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That being said, this was the first turn-based kind of game in a long while. Maybe not since like they kind of did that sort of, is it the ATB system? Is that what they call it in the Final Fantasy VII remake and Rebirth?
Mm-hmm.
That I really kind of connected with, and I loved like kind of engaging in real time just to build up your bars, and then I would sweat over kind of what decision I was going to make in that more turn-based sort of style. This one, I loved that the decisions that you're making were kind of cut up between your parries and your dodges, that kind of thing. That kept me kind of much more engaged. So I think it's cool for them to have innovated the genre in that sort of way. And it's a shame that they kind of don't experiment with that further or take it a little bit further. But I guess the point that he's making here is that we're not constraining ourselves in any way. Like we might continue doing that, but we might just kind of shake up that formula a little bit as well. So yeah, I think they've probably earned the right, despite Clair Obscur being their debut title, to just kind of do what they like, and everyone's going to take a big interest in it nonetheless, which yeah, is a pretty special feat to accomplish, having only released the one game, I'd say. James, without telling me how the Clair Obscur Expedition 33 ends, is there scope for like a sequel, a continuation? Would you say?
I just said that. Like,
Is
anyone
anyone
listening? Yeah,
No
literally.
one's listening tonight. We're all
so
just having
shocked.
our own conversations.
My
aren't we?
God,
I'm
I
listening,
literally,
James.
I said that point blank to you, Ewan. Like, yes, there is, everyone.
Okay.
For the fourth time.
Good.
My God. Anyway.
Sorry, I'm also trying to run a show as well.
What game are we talking about?
Yeah.
At least I'm not watching reels in the background here.
God, I'm not even justifying it. Go.
All right, I have a rapid fire question for you all before we move to what the wiki. Pokemon comes out this week. Who's picking it up? Shannon?
Yeah. I feel like the Legends games are always the ones that I say I'm going to play. So what? I'll pick it up. Will I play it though? That's the question.
Okay. Pick one up from one of those bargains you were writing about earlier today.
I mean, I'm sure Nintendo will send me a copy, but yeah.
Brody, what about you?
Wow.
I'll see how it reviews. I'll wait and see.
I'm nervous because I removed it from my Fantasy Critic. I just wasn't feeling optimistic enough, and I hope that doesn't.
Have
come
we had
back
any
to
other
bite
movement
me.
on Fantasy Critic? I haven't
Yeah,
checked in.
let me look.
I
It's
A lot of
just
quiet
me.
movements,
Did
I'm
James
sure.
drop Mina the Hollower?
No, I haven't done that yet because I would like to, but I feel like I've made
Did
too
anyone
much.
pick Battlefield?
Just talk over me. All good.
No, but Battlefield would have been a good pick, I think.
Yeah, I thought
What's
you would have.
Let's
what
have
is
a
it
look.
sitting at on?
So there was no movement on the league since July 13, and then all of a sudden on October 5th, Ewan dropped Pokemon Legends and picked up Ball Pit.
After
Are
seeing
you-
it at PAX.
Are you? Oh, there's a league history.
Was Ball Pit at PAX?
No, I don't think Ball Pit was at PAX.
Pokemon was,
It was
but it was
before.
before.
It was
Oh.
before PAX. It was before PAX.
There's a demo out for Ball Pit, and based on what I've heard,
Hang on.
it's
Hang on, what?
If the game's available to play and sample, are you allowed to? I don't know. That's a bit.
it's
I mean,
a
Ewan's not
demo.
gonna win, so who
You're
cares?
allowed.
Like,
You can pick.
let him have his-
previews exist, Brody.
Brody's just
Okay.
trying to distract us from the fact he did multiple
and
silent
James
drops.
cheating. Like,
No, I didn't cheat. I haven't cheated once.
You
wouldn't even know.
I
I
think I need to drop
to make
Mouse
it
PI
clear
pick
and
something
put it on
else,
the
though.
record that
No,
I have
that's the-
also
the
not
heavy
cheated.
hitter. What do you mean?
I had not played rematch.
Oh, your
but
lineup.
anyway,
I wish I
Anyway.
could drop my Clair Obscur account and pick. And
I
pick
did
something
just
else.
quickly play Kirby Air Riders at PAX as well, and that was chaotic and
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
Is that good?
Fun?
I was ready for the fun, chaotic and crazy.
Chaotic and crazy fun. Yeah, it was a lot to take in the middle of PAX show floor as a demo, but there's interesting concepts like that bigger mode where you go around collecting stuff for 5 minutes, then do an event. Like I see the point, and I was smashing everyone else, so of course I'm going to love it.
Okay, immediate
10
10
out
out
of
of
10.
10. Shannon's my.
Mm.
Did other people seem to be enjoying it? Was it getting a positive
Yeah,
reception?
like
No,
it's
everyone was
beautiful, and it's
upset.
not. Yeah, I think I can't see anyone not enjoying it. I think $125 with Mario Kart releasing this year is a big ask for it. But we'll see.
I feel like it's not that much.
Whatever, 120. It's a lot of money. But also the Smash Bros. Charm really
110.
comes through, so I think it'll get that weird. It has like a weird fighting. It's almost more of a fighter than a racer, to be honest. $110 game. Save for $15. Buy a latte. No, it's good. It looks really nice. I think it's like one of Nintendo's best looking games, and just like how fast it moves and what's happening on screen.
Does it look better than the bike sections of Metroid Prime 4?
It's a close one.
Nothing looks better than
I
that.
didn't see if anything was available, but just that same old demo for Metroid Prime 4. So take from that what you will.
I got distracted by James taking a swig from this epic,
This
tumbler
enormous
that I've
cup.
never
He's
seen
nervous.
before. Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4 being his undoing in Fantasy Critic would just be beautiful, wouldn't it?
I'm just staying
No.
hydrated. There's nothing sinister or pernicious to my actions.
I don't want Metroid Prime to be bad. I'm too excited for that game. Even if it
Anyway,
would make a
that
difference in Fantasy Critic.
Desert.
What we're talking about,
Anyway,
Pokemon.
I think no one's getting Pokemon.
No,
wait.
Except Shannon.
No, I'll play it, I think.
There's not
Okay.
a lot of hype, I will say. Like, considering it's a Pokemon week, I feel.
Just think, like, ZA, the cool thing about that was the way that it was big and open and explore and shit, and they've taken that away. So I'm like, so what are we doing here? Like, and then it's so clear they're treading water because they don't want to do new Pokemon, so they're just like, oh, this one has a hat, and then it's like, that's the mega. Do you know what I mean?
This one's big.
Yeah,
now.
or like that ball torture victory bell. Like, I don't understand. The designs are so simplistic. Like, but I mean,
It's still
yeah.
going to sell 20 million
I know,
copies, so
in
good on them.
in 2 days. No, I don't know about good on them. I don't know if that's the right way to talk about them. But yeah, I'm happy that people will stay employed. Is probably the nicest thing I can say about Game Freak. But yeah, I'll try it.
Okay.
We'll see. But I get tricked every time with Pokemon. I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be different. But then you play it and it's not ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my criticism. I'll keep saying every year it needs a
but
bit
you
more
want,
of a
like-
shake-up, I'd say.
You want like guns and shit. It's like,
I just want
go play-
Power World 2. Like,
Yeah, just
let's
go play
keep
Power
Power
World.
World going. Leave them alone,
I do,
Nintendo.
yeah. I think Arceus like did a lot of interesting things, and they just never went back to that, and like aren't going to go back to it seemingly. But yeah, anyway,
Well, I think this is kind of more of that sort of style.
Yeah,
Again, isn't it?
but
like this is
I
pretty.
think it's
as close as
it's
we
pretty
come.
different.
They've pulled it back a bit, haven't they? Like the things that people
Okay.
liked.
I think the combat's different, but the vibes are off. Imho.
Vibes and not vibing.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was less a rapid fire round, more another topic. So let's
With a
move to What the
Kirby
Wiki.
preview.
What the Wiki is the Press Start podcast game show where the previous week's winner reads part of a Wikipedia page for an unknown game, and we, the contestants, must guess the game. A point is awarded for each correct guess of the round, concluding after someone's bagged themselves 2 points. We did an episode live at PAX. I was hoping to get it out there, but between like the feedback we were getting from the speakers and like the kind of general atmosphere of the show floor, I just don't know if it's quite salvageable.
Had a big
At
crowd
least
there,
there were
did you?
absolutely no issues with the trivia. That's the main thing.
The trivia went flawlessly thereafter. That's true. And rather annoyingly, with so what happened to PAX for Brody and James? You guys obviously weren't there. Is that we had 4 people.
Obviously.
Thank you for. I didn't know that, but thank you for letting me know.
I'm just helping people out that are listening, okay? It's not just the 4 of us listening to this conversation. Maybe 3 of us, because I don't know how much attention
up.
Shannon's paying right now. We had people come up on stage to stand in for the 4 of us. So I was hoping to get some points out of it despite hosting it, but sadly that was not the case. I got 0 points, nil pois. Brody, you were the winner in the day. You got 2 points, so you are
How
now
good's
up
that?
to 28 points. James, you managed to get a point on the way though, so you defended your second place. You're still in second with 29. And Shannon, you picked up a point as well, so you're on 24 in 4th place.
Do you have the name of the person who represented me?
Jimmy Joe.
Thank you, Jimmy
It
Joe.
wasn't Jimmy Joe. I want to say it was
Jenkins.
Jack. Was Jack representing you? Did
Well,
he win?
Whoever it was, be it
Yeah, I
Jimmy,
think
Joe,
that's
or
right.
Jack, thank you.
Anyhow, I was not very good at learning everyone's names on the day. It's a bad habit. Anyhow, Brody, you were the winner, so you're taking over the hosting today. Take it away when you're ready.
Yeah, that's a slight downfall of the situation, isn't it? That I come back
You got
to
the 2
read.
points,
Well,
and
okay.
James has some trivia prepped for you for afterwards.
Oh, I am excited about that. Alrighty. Let's get it on the way. Are you listening, Shannon? Are you here? Yep.
Let's get it started.
All right. The game is an action role-playing game that is played in either first-person or third-person perspective. Players can use melee weapons and firearms to defeat enemies. The game features an expanded selection of weapons, better visuals, and an increased focus on action compared to the first game. It will be set in a new solar system with a new cast of characters. As with its predecessor, James.
Is it Mass Effect Andromeda?
It is not Mass Effect Andromeda.
Wow.
Ewan.
I'm just going to think about it. Is Mass Effect 2?
It is not Mass Effect 2.
Okay.
Shannon.
Shen.
You guys,
It's Mass Effect 3.
You guys are being so
It's in
stupid.
comparison to the first game.
It's not Mass Effect 3.
Oh, wait. They're all the same galaxy.
Yes. Oh my god.
As with its predecessor, the game is played from the player's choice of a first-person perspective or third-person perspective and involves alternating between various combat, stealth, and dialogue systems when encountering hostile, non-playable characters in the overworld.
James.
The
Outer Worlds 2.
It is the Outer Worlds 2.
I'm literally...
That's annoying because I had Fallout in the brain, and then when it was Solar System, I was like, well, it's not...
All right, James
the start
has got himself 1 point. Did we do a recap of the total points, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, now who's not listening? Well, it's infected Brody too.
I've got the brain right. Anyway, that's all right. I'll find out at the end. All right. Game number 2. Where to start here? Because this could be a quick one.
James should be out.
Don't give it to James.
Let's start with the plot. Why not? 3 years after preventing the eruption of the Mount Rushless volcano, the blank and...
Hang on.
Was that you?
Brody, stop.
Stop.
I see.
I've also got my headband twisted. You're just breaking up a little bit all of a sudden.
back?
We had 3 years after, and then you turned into a Reaper.
Am I back?
I think so.
Oh my god.
Define back.
Okay.
Stop downloading. Stop updating your games.
I am not... I tell you what, my upload percentage hasn't gone up in 35 minutes, so I don't...
No, I paused that to help
Good.
you out, but
Yeah,
I've
well,
got no
God
more
bless you.
levers to pull.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me enough?
Yeah, we got
I
you.
think
we
so.
got you.
I think we're good.
All right. 3 years after preventing the eruption of the Mount Rushless volcano, the Blank and their friend have purchased a new building for their business in Muckingham. Now, once again equipped, the Blank begins taking on new jobs across Caldera County. The game was announced on the 13th of March, 2025. A Nintendo Switch 2 version was subsequently announced on the 12th of September. While the previous series entry was published by Square Enix, the sequel is instead being independently published by the developer themselves. The game retains the same basic gameplay loop as the original game, with players using blank equipment to remove dirt and grime from the surfaces of objects until they are completely... James.
Oh no. Is it Power Wash Simulator 2?
It is Power Wash Simulator 2.
Oh my god.
He's gone the sweep.
How do you stop a volcanic eruption?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know. That's so hectic.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't believe this has happened. So James gets the bonus point for clean sweeping that. So that's netting him 32. He's up to 32 points now.
Jesus.
2 points clear of me.
Go away.
And up in first place for what's been the first time in a good little while, James. I'd been desperately trying to defend this lead.
Just before we move on to the bonus question, the other two games were Ninja Gaiden 4.
Just broken up.
Yeah, Brody's trying to talk, but he's completely frozen.
Can you hear me again?
It'll come through just fine in the edit too, so it's going to be a mess.
Can you hear me again?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, the other two games are Ninja Gaiden 4 and The Casting of Frank Stone. Does anyone want to have a crack at the theme?
No, I don't.
Are they all coming to Game Pass this month?
This year.
This year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're all
This decade.
It actually might be this month, but either way. I just wanted to demonstrate the value of Game Pass as it comes under duress.
That's enough.
Power Wash Simulator 2.
If you can find an Xbox on shelf to take advantage.
Luckily, your TV is an Xbox, so shut your mouth.
You didn't actually get a chance to talk about the price hike around Game Pass.
No, I didn't.
Did you, Brody? No, maybe we'll save that for another episode.
Xbox
maybe.
Game Pass is
I'm sure
fantastic.
that news is going to develop.
I
Okay,
yeah.
did we get sponsored and I didn't know about it or something? What's going on here?
I mean, I am currently, but
all right, with that, let's bring an end to what was this week's episode of the Press Start Pod. Oh, wait, hang on, hold on, pull the brakes. Pump the brakes. The trivia.
Fuck me, I suppose.
Brody.
James didn't even care. He just had it.
Oh man, daylight savings is like really throwing a spanner in the works. We're all confused.
It's 8:30. What are we talking about? How does the time of the day make you forget something? I'm confused.
I'm trying to find an excuse for our
James
chaos,
is
Brody.
still glowing. It's throwing us off. He's glistening in the sunlight.
I don't know if James wants to talk to us anymore. He's
I don't
just
care.
sitting there.
Fuck.
Oh,
arms
you're
folded.
doing the trivia, James. We're waiting for you.
It's your turn for
I thought you
trivia.
were going to intro me or something. Like,
All right,
Play the
now
theme
it's
song.
time. Drum roll, please, for
What the
the
Jamsy?
Jamsy.
Do. Yeah.
what?
It was,
Yeah.
was that the Macca's theme?
Kiss
Shannon-
to the trivia.
Shannon is also sponsored by Macca's.
Yeah.
Okay, Brody, I only had time to prepare 2 categories for you, but you'll understand the theme there. So, category 1 is video games set in the UK. Or category 2 is video games set in France. Wonder why.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't hear about travels
Frankston.
either.
Oh.
All these questions I could have asked.
Frankston.
Frank's.
I feel like there'd have to be much less games set in France, but I'm going to go with games set in the UK, I suppose.
Okay. Which game meticulously recreates real London roads and stars ex-criminal Mark Hammond?
Recreates
Ex-criminal.
real London roads and stars who? Mark Hammond.
Hmm.
Real London roads. I can picture the game, I reckon.
Do we know Mark Hammond? Is he famous for like
I've never heard of the
anything
guy.
other than being a criminal? Like, is that?
I thought he was the guy off Top Gear.
It's
No.
it's not like a real person, I should clarify.
I feel like I can.
Oh, it's the character in the game.
I feel like I can see the cover. Like it's like almost like monochromatic. There's the guys standing there. Is that the game? I just need to land on the title.
I'm not telling you anything.
I think it's a PS2 game. Can you read the prompt one more time?
Which game
Can I buzz in?
No. Which game meticulously recreates real London roads and stars ex-criminal Mark Hammond?
What is that game called? I'm just going to have a crack at... Fuck, I don't actually... What is it called?
It's literally the first thing I've ever in my life. It should just be my point.
You actually know it. Shit, okay. I'm going to say Gangs of London. No.
I think I want to have a guess. Oh.
Okay, it's not your rounds. Like, stay out of it. Brody, you're so incredibly close. That is the third game. That's my hint in the series.
Oh.
Do I get to go again?
Yeah, why not? Whatever. We're in beta. We're just working it out.
The third game in the series, Gangs of London.
Do you know, while Brody's thinking, another fun fact. Do you know Gangs of London has a television show that has gone for 4 seasons and is still going?
That's
Yeah, I know the show. I didn't know it was based on a video game.
A shitty PSP spin-off of this series.
That is insane.
Very dynamic. Twisted Metal could never, is all I'll say.
I just don't know what the actual series
Based
is.
on London Studios video game.
The only thing that comes to mind is Driver, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to say Driver.
No, you have one more answer.
Do I get another hint?
Then it comes to me.
This is the rules are different every time.
Yeah,
Do I
no,
get it?
yeah.
Do I get
So he
another
doesn't
hint
have
at least?
multiple choice. He just gets 3 guesses.
It's 2 words.
It's also my. It's also kind. One of the words is a travel show in Australia.
Yes.
The Getaway.
Yes, it is the getaway. Congratulations, Brody.
No points for you.
The giveaway.
That was awful.
Yeah.
The giveaway. All right, 29. That bumps you up to Brody. So it's staying well and truly.
That's actually
in
not
the
bad.
hunt.
I thought I'd be well behind, having been gone.
Well, I mean, you've netted 3 points without
Without really doing anything.
participating.
Lifting
Really,
your
yeah, it's
cheeks.
good going.
Settle down, Shannon. What have you done?
All right, with that, let's bring an end to what was this week's episode of the Press Start podcast. Subscribe to us on Listener or the podcast service of your choice. Follow us at press.au and visit the site at pressstart.com.au. We've been joined today by James.
Yes, you can find me on X at JamesATJMZ or Blue Sky under my name.
Making his return to the podcast after his travels, it was Brody.
Thank you. You can follow me on most things at Brody_DG.
And barely paying attention, trying to find an Xbox in a local retailer, it was Shannon.
Yeah, you can follow me at Shannon Grixie on everything.
And I've been your host, Ewan. You can follow me on socials at Ewan_Roxborough. We'll be back again next week, but until then, happy gaming.
Bye.
What's with the one hand clap? That's good. Someone listening to this is gonna be like, what do they do on the end of the podcast?
It's setting my webcam off as well.
Anyway.
Bye.
I was waiting for a bye from James.
Oh, bye.
We'll splice that in.